Hi you guys! I know that some of you all have been waiting on this video and I want to sincerely apologize because I did have plans to do this video and get it out before now, but as we all know, life happens and it did. So I apologize for my subscribers that have been waiting patiently, impatiently. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you for subscribing. For those that are new, welcome to Glasses and Grays with VJ. And some of you all are probably like, what does that mean? What is Glasses and Grays?
Well, let me tell you.
In case you haven't watched my short, very short intro video, glasses is symbolic of vision, of perspective. And grays a lot of times is associated with wisdom. And with wisdom, sometimes it's gained through experience. And both of these things, glasses and gray hair, I've had for a long time. I've had glasses since the 5th grade. I actually had bifocals, y'all. Like, had the line at the bottom. Had bifocals in the 5th grade. And I've had gray hair since high school. I don't know if I've had it before then, but I know for a fact that I've had it since high school. And I just want to take those things, and that's how Glasses and Grays with VJ came about. And I'm a very metaphorical person. I like to talk in metaphors, and you'll see and hear a lot of that later on if you subscribe. Take a second right now and hit that subscribe button and even hit the bell so you'll be able to be notified whenever new content drops, okay? This past weekend, I did something that a lot of people do at the ending of a year and in the beginning of years. I did
a vision board.
And this is just one of them. I did two. A lot of times we do vision boards. We put things on there that we would like to see in the upcoming year, or 3 to 5, 10, maybe over the lifetime, of what you want to see manifested in your life. And it's based upon what you feel you want to accomplish, what you deserve. And I think oftentimes when we do these vision boards, some of us have no clue of what to put on here. And we really don't think intentionally about what we're putting on here. We don't think about why we want these things, really. Or why we don't put certain things on here. And as I was preparing for the vision board party, I started to think about what we call self-limiting beliefs. And these are things that we believe either consciously or subconsciously that prevent us from manifesting and bringing forth the best in our lives. And self-limiting beliefs come about through pain, disappointments, whether it's through experiences in adolescence, childhood, whatever the case may be. Self-limiting beliefs often are those things that cloud our judgment, cloud our vision, cloud and hold us back from actually dreaming and going for the things that we want to. Self-limiting beliefs is basically another term or phrase for fear. I think that a lot of people actually think about that whenever they're doing these every year. Vision is very important. How we see things, how we perceive things are very important. Do good, y'all? But anywho, put that to the side. And I want to segue into what I really want to talk about. The power of perspective. How we perceive a thing is very important. It can be life-altering. That's how important it is. Sight is important. If we couldn't see, it'll be an interesting life, wouldn't it? if we couldn't see. I tell you what, if I take these glasses off, just like I just did, and go hop in my car, first of all, I gotta make it to my car. Hop in my car and try to drive somewhere, I will be in so much trouble. Somebody's car will be hit. I'm sorry. They go to country coming out. I told y'all I was Southern. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to enunciate my words for you all. But if I was to go and get in the car and try to drive somewhere without my glasses, I wouldn't get far. I would hit somebody would hit me, I'd be hurt, dead probably. I'm just saying, that's how important sight is to us. And we're talking about physical sight, but a lot of times perspective has to do with how we internalize what we see, how we process it. And there's a movie that I saw about 3 years ago, and I actually wanted to vlog or blog about it, write about it, since I've seen it. Yeah, it's been 3 years. I've been sitting on this. But anywho, as we move forward, I got this movie out of the red box one night. It's called On the Edge of 17. What possessed me to get this movie? I don't know, because I'm really not that big of a movie person. Let's pause right there. Although I'm not that big of a movie person, whenever I do look at movies, I tend to get these profound, prolific epiphanies and revelations and inspiration from watching movies. That's just how my mind works. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The movie, On the Edge of 17 is the name of it. And in this particular movie, it's kind of like typical teenage movie where the teen girl is having issues with her parents, siblings, friends at school, self-image, all these things, right? Things that are typical for teens to go through. In this movie, there's the main character, her name is Nadine. At the age of 13, her father dies. And her father was the closest person to her. Person that she felt like loved and accepted her. Her mom was in the household. Parents were married, but she felt closer to her father. Her father ended up passing. She has an older brother. I believe he was a year older. She's a junior, he's a senior. And he's this sports jock. Very popular, handsome in school. The golden child, right? Smart. Has a promising future. And the mother is this bougie woman that thinks image is everything. So when her father passes, she feels like she doesn't have anybody. She has one friend at school, and I forget her name at the moment. But she's thinking all these negative things. She's perceiving the situation not like she should. She's perceiving the situation for what she feels and thinks rather for what it really is. So eventually she ends up having a real conversation, a transparent conversation with her brother, because she's upset with him and she's saying that he has a perfect life. So she thought he's the golden child. He has everything going for him. He's going to graduate, all that jazz. But he breaks it down to her and says, you got it all wrong. I don't have it going on. I'm struggling. I'm trying to support mom because she don't have it together. Since dad passed, I'm not able to go where I want to go to school because I want to stay closer to home so I can help take care of you all. So no, I don't have it all together. I'm actually stressed out. I'm not happy. And they had a breakthrough moment there. And she also had a conversation with her mom. And it helps her to see her in a different light as well. And as a result of her having these critical conversations, these transparent conversations that help to debunk the perceptions that she had built in her mind, her whole life changed. Because of those conversations, she was able to open up and receive love. There was a boy that had been trying to date her at the school. She was up. And when she had those conversations, she became vulnerable. She became less guarded because her perspective had been broadened in regards to her life and the interaction she had with her family. And not only was she able to accept love, the girl started dressing different. I mean, at the beginning of the movie, she was dressing weird. Like, I don't know who came up with her wardrobe, but they did a heck of a job because it was crazy. But after she had these transparent conversations and critical conversations addressing these beliefs, these false beliefs that she had filtered through whatever she had experienced or how she perceived how she experienced, she started dressing differently. Her whole life changed, and I was like, wow, I gotta talk about this. I have to write about this because perspective is that powerful. Which brings me to, this is the year 2020, right? And of course, people saying, we seeing clearly in 2020, which I am. I've been on it. Seeing things for what they really are. Not only for what they really are, but also for what they should be. And a lot of times, in order for us to get right perspectives in our life, we have to do a real deep evaluation of the things that we perceive about ourselves. Not only the things that we perceive about ourselves, but the things that have happened to us in our life, especially childhood. Oh my God. I am an advocate for therapy. I promise you, I've had so many breakthroughs just from going to talk to a professional. Because a lot of times the people that we see every day, the people that we've grown up with, they can't see. Because they can't see, we can't see. So it's the blind leading the blind. Or not even leading. Nobody's going anywhere. And we don't know. So therefore, professionals, people that are trained to ask those questions that lead to revelations, that lead to transformations in our lives are needed. So therapy is a great way to do that. I am definitely an advocate for it. If you have the means to get therapy, see someone, talk to someone, do it. It can be very beneficial to your life and to creating healthy perspectives in our life. Sometimes those perspectives can be painful. The truth hurts, but it also heals. I truly believe that. And with us getting right perspectives on the things that have happened to us and the things that we feel about ourselves or think about ourselves, not only should we seek outside influence through therapy, we should seek the influence from the Word of God. How does God see us? And we can get a glimpse of that. We can know what He sees in us by reading His Word and also spending time with Him in prayer and meditation. That's how we get right perspectives in our lives. If we can see ourselves right, if we can believe right, we can live right, and we can receive all that our hearts desire and all that God desires for us to have. Perspective is so powerful. So I'm going to leave you with this challenge to look at our lives, look at your life, the things that have happened in your life, how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, and look at those things more intentionally, more deeply, and asking questions. Why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? Is that really what happened? Sometimes you need to ask those particular people that were involved in a particular situation questions to get a better understanding of what really happened, because they say 2 sides to every story. It's more like 3 or 4, maybe. We have to be willing to have those critical conversations in our lives so that we can get right perspectives, whether it's comforting or painful. God can't bless who we pretend to be, and sometimes we're not pretending. Sometimes we just don't know who we are, who we perceive ourselves to be. Sometimes we just don't know. I was one of them. I did not know. Just living life, going through the motions, and not really thinking about who am I really? Who is the Keisha? And at the age of 32, about to be 33 in June, I'm like, wow. And it kind of was unsettling. It was kind of disappointing because I felt like I was a late bloomer. I felt like I should have been had this epiphany. I should have been found out who I am. But the truth of the matter is, becoming is a journey. It's a lifelong journey. We're going to constantly be evolving and changing and learning who we are. But I feel like I was way behind the curve the age that I am now. But hey, God knew I would arrive where I arrived, when I arrived. And I'm okay with that. Hence why I am here doing Glasses and Grays with VJ. Because I want to help others that may be in the same predicament that I am in, that don't have enough courage to admit that they need help. Or they want to know that somebody else is there with them where they currently are. And I want to share my struggles and things that I've learned within the past few years of my life to help somebody else along the way. So that is all for this episode of Glasses and Grays with VJ. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever new content drops. And thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.